Hello and welcome back to episode 13 of my Minecraft server series. Now, last episode I kind of got trapped in the nether, and as you can see I have made it back, and actually it was quite easy. Basically, well, I'll show you how I did it. I forgot I changed some of the config files. So if I shift and right click the TARDIS key, you'll see that the TARDIS begins to dematerialize. And then where I was stood, TARDIS, which then gave me the way out. So, quite fortuitous actually. I can't remember what made me think of it, but I just remember thinking, wish I had the TARDIS with me, because then I can then escape and whatnot. But yeah, that will now go back. So yeah. After I got back, I've basically just been preparing for bits and pieces, finishing the base, and, well, primarily the roof of the base. But you might notice some other changes in the background. Now, I was originally going to start this episode down in the starter base, but I was potting around and preparing some bits and pieces. But, let me go and show you the inside of the starter house. It's completely empty. I spent a little bit of time yesterday organizing and moving everything. I wish I had recorded everything. I literally moved everything in, stopped for 2 seconds and went, I could have just done a time lapse of me running from starter base to main base, starter base to main base, starter base to main base. It just... But unfortunately I didn't. I unfortunately didn't think of that one. Sorry. But it means that this is now ready to be turned into an animal farm. And what I'm going to do is I am going to sleep real quick. And I will show you the additions to the main base. Because we are now effectively living out of the main base. There we go. Which is actually kind of exciting. I mean, it does feel a little bit odd that there is no roof on the main base. But, so yeah. We have the orchard, which I think I showed 2 episodes ago. Went out and got some more wood, because I want to change the floor. So got some more wood types. I'm still missing one. I'm trying to look for some dark oak. I've got some, but I don't think that's enough for what I need it for. So I'm trying to find a sapling so I can at least grow my own dark wood. So, and obviously you've got the wheat farm, which again is unchanged. I have started storing dirt up in here, but that might change in the future. Might stick that in the storage room in one of the other chests. The biggest change here is I've actually added the hoppers. So we've got 2 fully automated, well, I say fully automated. I put in the items into the chests and then it drops down. So yeah, I've got 2 fully functional auto smelters here. So yeah, just trying to keep these going and stocked up as much as possible. Next one is the storage room, and I think this is the biggest change of them all. All walls have got chests. I kind of miscalculated with the chests, and I have some extra over here. But they've all got jobs and things like that, and each column is represented by these signs. So this whole column is for building blocks. I want to basically keep this chest for cobblestone. Obviously, I had to separate some bits and pieces as I was going along. I could actually quickly just move that. I mean, technically this is cobbled deep slate, so it's cobbled stuff, and I don't have that much cobblestone at the moment, but as I move forward and do more digging stuff, I might end up with more. But essentially, this is your mixed items, your mixed building blocks, as you can see. This will be your cobbled stuff, and then, I don't know, I could put dirt in here and something else in here, I don't know. Then there, you've got your nature and greenery, which, that's it at the moment. I did have some flowers, but I needed some white dye, a lot of white dye, so I used what I had. So this is what we've currently got in nature and greenery, but that could grow as we move forward. There's nothing else in there. Mob drops, I've kind of separated these out. I might change it as we go along, because of course I get more rotten flesh than anything else, so the top chest is definitely just for rotten flesh. And you've got your spider eyes, your string, and your gunpowder. Bones are kept in the farm chest for bone meal, and I might also share that with the manual tree farm as well. Got your wooden items, again, that's all you've got at the moment, but that could change. Any spare almonds, tools, or weapons that I might find will go into this column. Redstone stuff will go in here. Modded items, I think this was a good addition to make. So this top chest is anything Stargate related. At the moment, this is just a mix of stuff. So that's your create mod. This is your Iron Man stuff here. Your How to Train Your Dragon Hiccups Legacy mod. And then that's your Palladium Grave Core, something. It's a link to do with the Iron Man mod. But yeah, this is a mixture at the moment, and there is nothing else in these bottom two chests. But anything to do with any of the mods will go into that column. This here is your miscellaneous. Again, it's kind of growing already, but anything that doesn't fit into any of the other chests will go into here. And then the valuables. And again, I've tried to separate these ones out. So these are all your ingots and stuff. Obviously, you've got your emeralds and your diamonds in here, golden apples and whatnot. So your ingots and natural resources here. Smithing templates are in here. Potions, and I will touch on a little bit of this in a minute, but potions in here and any other bottled things. And then the bottom chest is things like goat horns and music discs, so we can start our collections, which is quite nice. And then not much else has changed really. That's basically stayed the same. I think I've added some stuff to the chest, but that's that. Then you've got the villager section, which again hasn't really changed. And then this, I've actually got an idea for this. So something I remembered, and we're going to go have a look at some point, maybe in the next episode. This episode, I want to focus on finishing the roof and things like that, or at least building most of the roof. But I'm just playing catch up at the moment. But over by spawn, so spawn's over here, and just east of spawn, there's a village. Now, if you think back 12 episodes, back to my episode 1 comeback, I did a little bit of a cinematic story of me coming from my old world to my new world, to this world. And when I came through the Stargate into this world, I came through into a village. that is this village. This village has a Stargate, which I think is somewhere here. Now, this village over here has a Stargate, and we've just put one in. In fact, I don't know if I've shown that yet. We have just made some changes over at spawn, so I might take you through there at some point, maybe next week, maybe in the next episode. But we have just added a gate to spawn. So with the gate being at spawn, there's no point really having a gate over here. Technically, because I'm over here this close to spawn, there is no point having it. I could just waystone over to spawn, but I kind of want my own Stargate. So I'm going to keep the Stargate that's over at this one. Going to take the gate from here, and I'm going to chuck it here. Thus ends the Stargate plan. And of course, as you saw in the modded chest, we've got a lot of the materials for the Stargate. While I was prepping and when I got back from the Nether, I had another thought as I was sorting through the chests and things like that. Underneath our feet, there is a trial chamber. Within the trial chamber, there is a room with dispensers, with splash potions in them. Now, I actually went down and looted a little bit of the trial chambers. And just as I expected, inside the dispensers, there were splash potions of harming. Why am I telling you this? Well, with the splash potions of harming that are in that shulker box, and the golden apples that are in my valuables chest over there, some of you might have noticed, and I think I might be... No, I'm just about okay. I've got a zombie villager underneath the spawn house, underneath the starter house, and a zombie villager just outside the main base. Which means we've actually got everything we need to do your zombie doctor achievement and cure them. And I think I'm going to quickly do that right now before we get started, because while they're healing, I can bring in a time lapse on the roof building. Because I think I've been yammering along and talking nonsense for quite a bit. So, and it's going tonight, which is good. So I'm going to let it get tonight so that I can uncover them and they don't burn. While I wait for it to go tonight, I also did some cave mining and got these resources here, which is quite nice. So, got some more create zinc, some titanium to trade with, some more copper, and some more Stargate titanium to do some other bits with. And this chest here is everything I need, well, almost everything. I might be short on some glass and some concrete, so we'll see how we go. But it's everything I need to do the roof. So, I'm going to go and cure these villagers. Ow. And with any luck, this is not going... I could die. This could be it for me. Come Can I? There we go. I'm guessing that didn't work. Go on, give me a little jump boost. Or let me die. That's fine. I don't mind dying. Because I don't want to let you escape. Right. Oh, catch up. There we go. That was meant to be easier than that. Let me just try again. Well, that's kind of backfired a little bit. I was really hoping that was going to work. Oh, is it weakness? Is it weakness that I need? I think I've... Ooh. Let's try weakness and see what that does. Because I'm sure it's something. There you go, it's weakness. Got there in the end. Right, you stay right there. Don't know why I thought I needed harming. Don't know where I got caught up there. Right. Let's head down and sort out the other guy. I can't remember if I named this other dude. Oh, hello. That's not supposed to happen. Well, I think I know why. There you go. And then hopefully, once they're both cured, we can move forward and move them into the main base. Right, let's do that. Right, I'm going to go sleep and start the time lapse. Would have if I could see where I was going. Right. Sleep and start the time lapse. Okay, so now with the main ring done, and no, I have to be honest here. I've done it again. Everything you've seen up until now was about 2 or 3 days ago now for me. I've already recorded this bit and I wasn't overly happy. So I'm sitting down 2 or 3 days later to record the end of this episode, being episode 13. Now, let me just give you a quick update, because as I said, a couple of days have passed, and I did do a little bit once I finished recording the first time. So, as you can see, I've added these scaffolding poles, scaffolding bits, to the corners of the main dome. This is so that I can actually get to the top easier. Don't know why I didn't do that to begin with, but there you go. The other thing, when I originally did the roof, I used full blocks. I think it was for this bit here. I have since gone round and mined that up and changed them to half slabs. Just because it looks better and it gives me a little bit more room to jump around. It's less claustrophobic. What I've also gone and done, and I need to jump up here for this, over some of the corridors, I've made some daylight sensors. So I've chucked the roof on the entrance and exit corridor, chucked the daylight sensors down, and chucked in some redstone lamps. But yeah, I've gone around, I've added these shroom lights around the edges. I've also, sorry in advance, I have also gone through and sorted out our villager trading pod. So I set these guys out and I've given them their jobs, and I stood here for a good 5-10 minutes re-rolling this guy. But we now have a mending villager for just 1 emerald, which is cool. I've also got quick charge, but let's see what else he brings us. But more importantly, actually, he's also given us bookshelves. Why is that important? The bookshelves are important for this room, the enchanting room. And I've realised, yeah, whereas I haven't got my waypoints on. But there you go, we've got 10 bookshelves, another 5, and then we can stick them up along with the floor. And nighttime drawers, and you can already kind of see on the mini-map, if I make that large, you can kind of see on the mini-map just how lit up the area is, and you can see what bits aren't lit up as well, which is really impressive. There's almost this dark ring around the corridors. So yeah, that's basically it. I changed the 4 blocks on the roof to half slabs, chucked in the villagers. I think I went out and did some more mining as well. But yeah. What I am going to do is I'm going to sleep. And then what I'm going to do is head over to the spawn area. He says, knowing he's not got the tools to do it. I'm going to grab my diamond pickaxe. I'm going to go to the spawn area and grab the Stargate from the village I spoke about all the way over. Where is it? Here. So we need to go to spawn, then run all the way around and get to here, which is cool. But this is what I've kind of got out of the villages when I finished recording last time. Got an axe here. I think these I already had from a chest or something, or the trial chamber that we did. As you can see, they've got mending on them. So again, once I've put down an anvil, I want to combine those two. While I was upgrading the villagers, I got these pants as well, which aren't as good. Projectile projection 2 and unbreaking 1, whereas these have got unbreaking 3 and protection 3. So, but they've got mending, which is slightly more important. The boots, fire protection, which I think would work. But anyway, to spawn. And do I actually have anywhere to put it? Is the next question. I think I did go out last time and do some dark oak hunting. And I think I found something, because... Let me just go put this down. Because I need somewhere to put the Stargate stuff. Because, you know, we can't... Oh, I can't seem to run in this view. But yeah, we can't go out and pick up a Stargate if we don't have anywhere to put it. That's right, I found another... Where was that? I can't remember where that was now. Can I see it on the map anywhere? Where did I go? That's right. I went out in search for a dark oak forest. And I found one virtually on my doorstep, look. We're down here at the bottom, and it's up here. But while I was up this end, or this neck of the woods, I saw there was some villages on my map. Just so happened to be that there's this village structure also on our doorstep. So I raided it, which is where some of this came from. Which is quite useful, especially these dark oak saplings. Got some skeleton skulls. There, you can go in there. What else have I got lying around? Got a little bit of lag, so bear with me. But even, as you can see, even with the rain, less light, redstone lamps, which is quite nice. I thought it was quite inspired as well, just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. This is where I'm keeping all my emeralds for now. Close to the villages. That way I don't have to carry any with me or go to and from my valuables chest over to there or anything. I can just sit down and crack on. Anything else? Yep. So, where are my smithing templates? There they are. Getting a nice collection, I think. Fish is down here. Got a nice little bit of honeycomb there. Go to our auto smelter. I think I know where I'm keeping my eyes. And I don't just mean the ones in my head. Cool, that should be enough. Now I'll go pop the side down and then grab the Stargate. There they are. Don't suppose I can sleep, can I? Of course not. Which means I might get caught out in... Sorry, I just wanted to rain. No rain. Rain. No rain. It's quite nice. Sorry. I'm like a child. But it's just nice to walk around the base and not be hit in the face with rain. I was going for this. Coolio. I could also show you what my friend Luke has been working on. Look at that. This is really quite cool. So he's chucked this Stargate down with DHD. I kind of helped him with it because I know more about the Stargate mod and how Stargates work. I am the Stargate connoisseur on the server. So, yeah, I helped him out put this down, so I know how it all works and things like that, which is quite nice. It's all fully decked out and things. So yeah, so we are over here at the moment, and we just need to get the other side of this lagoon through this little forest bit, and then we're on top of the village, which isn't too bad. And then once we've retrieved the Stargate, we'll pop back to the base. Then I'll just leave the shulker box with the Stargate inside it in the Stargate room. And then I think I'll end out the episode. Before I then crack on and sit down and record episode 14. But yeah, I just wasn't happy with how I originally left this episode. So I thought I'd sit down and re-record the end of it. I don't know why, but who knows, maybe the original ending would have been fine, but it was, the whole episode ended up being 25 minutes, and I just wasn't quite happy with that, and I couldn't just tack anything on at the end, so I thought if I redid from the time-lapse, then maybe it would feel a little bit more organic. I don't know, it's... Without seeing the original, there's no way anyone could tell me. So, it's one of those things, I've just got to run with it, whether it's right or wrong. Like I said a few episodes ago, virtually at the beginning of this new run of videos, you know, I'm not looking at doing this professionally, I'm not looking at becoming a full-time YouTuber or anything like that. This is a little bit of fun for a creative outlet. And to monitor the progress of the server world. Nice little creeper meeting. Don't mind me. I'm just going to run through on my way to see a village about a Stargate. So, don't mind me. Am I still... Yeah, still on course, which is good. But I mean, the other thing that really did impact the start of this was Hermitcraft. I am a massive Hermitcraft fan. I have been for a few seasons now, but really, really recently, I've sunk my teeth into it. And yeah, just seeing the guys on the Hermitcraft server just wanted me to create, well, recreate my server and then create a few videos documenting its progress. And I'm hoping to make this last about a year or so, but we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But this is the Stargate in question that we're here to collect. I don't know if it looks at all familiar, but this is the one that we came through on episode 1, which is kind of fitting, really. I was going to leave it, but then I thought it's kind of poetic that I come by and steal this Stargate and put this Stargate in my base when it's the one that I used to join this world. So yeah, don't think there's much in it at all. It's a shame we're going to lose all of that, but as we found out, I've got the capacitors for it, so we are all good. So just mine this one up, and then I can take it back home. Come be losing any bits now. Otherwise we can't finish it off. Excellent, nice. What I quite like as well about having that particular Stargate at spawn, the one that my friends put down. Actually, I could have kept that. I could have kept that. Oh. Oh well. Oh well. Choice made. Right, let's just keep moving and we will make it back to the base. But yeah. Hermitcraft and some gentle persuasion from my friend kind of made me think about starting this series up again. That and the lack of a creative output at the moment. So, and actually I am still really quite enjoying it. Obviously there is that can't make too much progress off camera, as it were. Every time I jump on I have to think, right, how much am I going to do? How much am I going to keep for a episode? Which really does put some perspective on those that actually do this as a full-time job. You know, sometimes they just want to jump on and play the game. But gotta think about missing massive amounts of progress if you do that. But no, let me know if anyone else is watching the Hermitcraft series and what you think of the new Series 11, because I'm really quite enjoying it. In fact, nice little spoiler alert, and we'll see how it goes as well. But I'm kind of working on a little project. So, before they started Season 11, all the world information was put out on the Hermitcraft wiki. Where have I come up? Oh no, I'm fine. So yeah, before they started Season 11, the Minecraft version and the seed that they were going to be using was put onto the Hermitcraft wiki. Every time a hermit puts out an episode, and really I watch Gemini Tay, Grian, and Mumbo Jumbo, and I might catch others' live streams if I'm at home and if I'm in the mood, which I'm always in the mood for a little bit of Hermitcraft, let's face it. But yeah, generally the videos I watch when they come out, the episodes, are Gem, Grian, and Mumbo, with some other live streams for good measure. So I get to see a lot more of the server. And so I can get a little bit of inspiration as well. Each time I sit down and watch one of their episodes that they upload onto YouTube, I load up the Hermitcraft 11 seed and I just play a bit while hitting record. And that's as much as I think I'm going to say on that front. Obviously, it's a single-player world. You know, I'm not there on the server or anything. It's literally just my own single-player world for me and me alone. And yeah, it's quite fun sitting down and playing on the same seed as the hermits. No, let's take that one out. I mean, just yesterday I was watching their stream day. And I caught Jevin's part of the stream day, and he literally boated past where I've made my base, and I'm actually quite close to them as well. But the hopes is I will put it together at some point. So we'll see. We'll see how that pans out. I might run out of disk space for all the recordings, or I might just run out of interest and just play while I watch them without documenting the progress. Who knows? I don't know. What I do know is we're back at base and we've got the Stargate in the shulker box in the Stargate room. So it's the end of this episode. Scaffolding. It's the end of this episode. So, I hope you've enjoyed it. And until I see you in the next episode, which in my case will be very, very soon, maybe the next 10 minutes or so, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.